Okay, I've heard many things about TED Talks. So let me just start with this, that I'm not here to preach. I'm here to share what I look at life, and it's about the things that you go through. More than that, what I have actually understood is that आपके लाइफ में failures, rejections, problems, hardships, there are two things. It can make you a better person or a bitter person, but the choice is yours, whether you want to be bitter or better. So and I'm pretty sure बड़े से बड़ा इंसान जो है हमारे देश में अभी या पूरे वर्ल्ड में, वो भी हार्डशिप से गया होगा, because that also makes you a stronger person to achieve the goals that you have in your mind. What is life? Life is supposed to be happy. We are here to be happy, first of all. We are here to share and just to live, I guess. पर क्या होता है ना, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज लाइफ में कभी कभी इतनी ज़्यादा हो जाती है कि हम भूल जाते हैं जीना. हमारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाती है, विच इज़ अ गुड थिंग, बट इट शुडंट बी इम्पॉर्टेंट टू यू more than you. That is something that I have learned. Yes, you have to please the world in a way, but what's the point if you're not pleasing your own self? So that is very important. Third thing that I've learned in my life is that it's okay to say no. And believe you me, मुझे 10 साल से भी ज़्यादा लगा है ये master करने में, to say no. Now when this no comes in is when you know that you are hurting your soul by not saying no to something. So which is a big no in its own self. Yeah, I mean, what I want to say is that I don't know whether if I can use this word or not, but it's like do no shit, take no shit. Simple. That is something which is very important in life. Follow the God's path. And let me tell you one thing. अगर कोई इंसान ऐसे बोलता है ना, मैं सेंट हूँ, मैंने अपनी लाइफ में कभी कोई पाप नहीं किया, वो सबसे बड़ा झूठा इंसान है. क्योंकि हम सब लोग यहाँ कुछ ना कुछ पाप करके बैठे हैं. That's why we are humans, we are not gods. And that's okay, totally fine. Make mistakes, learn from it, but don't repeat that mistake again. My thoughts are more about life. Not chasing anything or anyone in your life is something that everybody needs to understand. People pleasing is a big no, because उसके अंदर क्या होता है ना, you're not putting yourself first, you're putting others' needs first, which is okay in a way, but it is not okay all the time. There's so many things to talk about, yet there's nothing to talk about, I would say, because I believe in the notion called so above yet so below, which means you know everything yet you don't know anything, and that's about it. It's learning and unlearning. Till date I have been doing that. I have been learning things and I have been unlearning it. Whatever we are being taught in the school, in the colleges, does it really help us in our day-to-day lives? I don't think so, right? They don't teach us how to, oh yes, they do teach us how to do the calculations, they do teach us how to do the experiments, but do they teach us how to live? No, they don't. That is something very important, and since I am here, I really want to put this out to the education system that I really appreciate the kind of amazing work that you guys are doing, but also make the students understand what life is. Give them the importance that they need. Give them this education that you are important too, which is so lacking in today's day and life. It is so lacking. Coming to the emotions that we all go through. हमें बहुत बारी बताया गया है कि नो, गुस्सा करना अच्छी बात नहीं है. आपको हमेशा प्यार से रहना चाहिए. आपको कोई आपके साथ कैसे भी बर्ताव क्यों ना करे, आपको हमेशा प्यार से रहना चाहिए, which is a good thing. But anger is also part of your emotion. You cannot, उसको दबा नहीं सकते आप. वो बहुत जरूरी है. Let it out. Because if you don't let your emotions out, it is going to be a pent up anger later, and you might just burst like a volcano one day, which is not a good thing. So it's okay. It's okay to be angry, it's okay to be sad, it's okay to be happy, it's okay to be whatever emotions you're going through. It's totally okay. And when you are going through a certain emotion, make sure that you're flowing with it. Because if you are not flowing with it, you will get stuck on one thing, which means अगर मुझे किसी पे गुस्सा आ रहा है तो मैं जिंदगी भर तक उसके ऊपर गुस्सा नहीं कर सकती हूँ. वो गुस्सा कर दिया तभी आई एम एंग्री एट दैट पर्सन, आई सेड इट आउट, खत्म हो गई बात. ओके, मूव ऑन. So you don't have to get stuck in one emotion, which is something that, again, what I've learned in my life. And there's one saying that I personally feel it is so important that people should hear it, is that never enjoy your happiness more than it deserves, and never suffer the pain more than you deserve. So this is so important in life. So understand the black and white, understand the dark and the light side, and also know that we are all angels, but we are also devils in a way. We all are. We have all had these discussions with our parents when we were kids that I want to be this, I want to be that, right? I wanted to be an air hostess. My dad wanted me to become an IAS officer, which is completely different from what I am today. So I did not dwell on it. यार मैं ये नहीं बनी, मुझे ये बनना था. Whatever came to me, I accepted it with open arms and I gave it my 100%. And the thing is that sometimes what happens is that you have a different plan for yourself, but your destiny has a different plan altogether for you, right? So maybe I never wanted to be an actress when I was a kid, but this was my destiny and that's why I'm here, right? So whatever you go through, grow through, which is very important. Coming to my journey, I started as one of the extras in the film, which is like the crowd members that we have, where dur dur tak koi nahi dikhta hai. From there I became a dancer. From there I became an assistant choreographer. From there I started modeling, and from there I became an actor down south, and then Bollywood actor. So yeah, the journey has been pretty long, but I am so grateful for this journey because at every step of my life I've learned something. So today when I am here working in front of the camera, I know what the things go behind the scenes because I've been there. I've been on the other side of the camera. I know that it's a teamwork, and I also know that the smallest person's contribution is also very important for a project to get completed. So yes, we are the faces in front of the camera, but we have 10,000 other people behind the camera to make us who we are today, which is so important. So you have to be grateful for where you are, what you have been through, and what you have learned through the entire process. Okay, coming back to this one thing, purpose of life. Do any of us know? Like, I'm not talking about myself, like from the kid to the oldest of the person on this planet. Do we know what is our purpose of life? No, we don't. Even I don't know. All I know that I make sure that I am being myself, I'm being true to me, I'm being honest to myself, and whatever I'm saying it with conviction. Because if I don't believe in my own words, how is the world going to believe in them? बहुत सारी चीजें. Like I'm one person who believes in the universe, and I think the reason why I'm here today is also because of this belief. Because maybe at the back of my mind I had certain ideas which I might have not been openly saying about it when I was a kid. Maybe I wanted to be an actor, I don't know. It can be. You need to have a grateful attitude towards everything in your life. There's another thing, like when it comes to actors, yes, we go through a lot of trolls. And now the thing is that I know my life, I know what I have gone through. The person who's trolling me from the other side, he, she might not know, or maybe if they know, they're not in my position, they're not wearing my shoe. I'm going through it. So, do I really let them affect my energy? Do I really let them affect my mood at that particular point of time? No. बिकॉज मुझे नहीं पता कौन से गांव में, कौन से कस्बे में या कौन से शहर में बैठ के वो बंदा मुझे जबरदस्ती की गालियां दे रहा है. सो इट कंप्लीटली डिपेंड्स ऑन यू. यू शुड नो how to block the bad energy that's been thrown to you. And the biggest of the lesson that one of my very dearest friend told me when I was going through this, depression is a very strong word, but I wasn't liking the fact when I had just started with my social platforms and I was trolled. And how, like, I abhi bhi troll karte par abhi farak nahi padta because I think I've grown through that. But tabhi, so one of my friend told me that, Daisy, remember, a person is only responsible to give you what they have in abundance for themselves, which means अगर मेरे अंदर खुद के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा प्यार है ना, तो मैं आपको खाली प्यार ही दे पाऊंगी और कुछ है ही नहीं मेरे पास देने के लिए. एंड इन दिस मीन्स, इन दिस कॉन्टेक्स्ट आई से, बी इट मनी, बी इट love, be it hate. So when I was being trolled so badly, at that time I got this understanding is because उनके पास ये नफरत का सागर भरा पड़ा है जिसके अंदर से उन्होंने शायद कुछ छींटे मेरे पे फेंके. So imagine how miserable that person's life is. So all I started doing after that, whoever gave me galis, whoever didn't like me, I was like, God bless you, get well soon. It's very important to have this attitude in your life. You need to have this attitude towards yourself, that are you making yourself better each day? Are you learning something from every person that you are meeting in your walks of life? And secondly, when you talk about pretty faces, everybody is born with a pretty face and everybody is going to get wrinkles at some point of their life. So that is the fact of life. We need to accept it. Even I will have wrinkles when I'll be 10 years from here, from today, 10 years down the line, even I'll have wrinkles on my face. The people who are coming after me, even they'll have wrinkles on their face. So that's totally fine. You need to be happy with your own self. The problem in today's world is that कि हम खुद से खुश नहीं है, इसलिए हम किसी और को खुश नहीं कर पा रहे. How is that going to happen? Somebody is not happy with their body, somebody is not happy with their face, somebody is not happy with their hair, somebody is not happy with the way they live, somebody is not happy because, oh, उसके पास Range Rover है, मेरे पास मारुति है. Look at the fact, तुम्हारे पास मारुति है, किसी और के पास खाली साइकिल है यार. So you need to see your life that way. You have to be grateful about the things that you have had or you are going to get in your life. Now that is how the entire manifestation works. Not because उसके पास वो है तो मुझे भी वो चाहिए. I desire for it. I want that. And I will make sure that I'll work hard for it. That is something, yes, you can take inspiration. But envy is not something that you do. Right after Jai Ho released, I would say. Because now, let's not forget the fact, it is a Salman Khan film, okay? A lot of people didn't know what happened behind the scenes. The film released, the film made a business of almost 112 crores, which is a very big number on a box office for a debutant like me. But for Salman Khan, it's not. And in the bargain, people thought that I am a part of a film which did not do well at the box office. And the trolls that I'm talking about, they started saying that, oh, it was Daisy. Because of Daisy, the film didn't work. But were you in the theaters to see me or were you in the theaters to watch Salman Khan? Right? Secondly, the biggest fact. Because the film's tag was People's Man, it was a conscious decision by the makers to make sure that the ticket rates were not hiked. Because if a People's Man film is drawing holes in a common man's pocket, how does that work? It doesn't. So yeah, there are a lot of facts, but so this was the down phase, because I started thinking, यार लोग मुझे क्यों गालियाँ दे रहे हैं, मैंने क्या किया है, ये तो मेरी पहली फिल्म है. But when I sat with Salman sir, he told me that, Daisy, are you mad? It is your debut film and it's done more than 100 crores. You should be happy. I said, of course, yes. There's so many actors and actresses who have not even made it to 100 crore film club. I have. And I'm happy about that. And I think that is how my entire perspective changed. And then whenever people told me, but Jai Ho did this much only, na? Yeah, of course, the film was made under 60 crores, but it did a business of 112 crores. So do the math. Criticism is really good because it helps you look, or if there's something that you need to work on, and judgment. First of all, we have no rights to judge anybody in our life, right? And even though if people are wanting to judge you on something, let them, because it's their reality, not ours. What we tend to forget is that our soul is eternal, right? It's immortal. In some form, we are going to come back once we leave this capsule, which is right now a human body. Let me just tell you this thing. We have seen a lot of कबूतर ना, कबूतर हमने सब जगह देखे. तो जब कबूतर रात को सोता है, उसको ये पता होता है कि कल सुबह जब उठेगा तो उसको खाना मिलेगा या नहीं, या उसे पानी मिलेगा या नहीं, या वो कहाँ ट्रैवल करने वाला है, या क्या होने वाला है उसके साथ. He might just die from current or something. It can happen anything, right? So when that bird with such little brain has faith in the universe and God, knowing that उसका जो भी लिखा है ना वो होने वाला है उसके साथ. So why not we live a life like that? Why can't we live a life like that? Why do we have to stress over everything in our life? If only we learn how to live in the moment. But हमें तो भागने की पड़ी है. अगले घंटे में क्या करना है, कल क्या करना है, परसों क्या करना है, वो तुम्हारे प्रेजेंट का क्या हो रहा है, कुछ नहीं. So your present is something you never, like, it can happen anytime. Like when I was shooting for a song in Ooty on my way back, I had a major car accident where the driver, it was a severe one. There were two, very difficult to say this, but our driver, he lost his legs. The driver in the front car, he died on the spot. Now see, that's how life is. You cannot predict. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. कुछ भी हो सकता है. This might be my last moment talking here. I don't know. It can be anything. So why not just be happy with whatever you have in your life and work towards whatever you want in your life in a good way. Not harming anybody, not get into the narcissistic phase, क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो वो बन जाते हैं because of the power and the kind of hold they have. But that's when the no comes in. That's when your no comes in. That's when you put yourself first. Otherwise, you have to live your life to serve others, not please. I say serve. I would just like to conclude this entire thing by saying that I am not somebody who is willing to put my words into someone else's mouth. And secondly, I really follow these two things in my life. One phrase we all know is that success is not final and failure is not fatal. It is your courage that counts. So make sure that that is it, because I've been through my fair share of failures, I've been through my fair share of rejections, and I still am. But I still have the courage to move through it. And the second thing, You can only give others that you have for yourself. Always remember that. So if someone's hating on you, if someone is not doing good to you, it is their problem. They need to deal with it. Just tell them God bless you and move on.